For a very long time now, the Linux community has been complaining that there's not a suitable iTunes alternative within Linux. Well, today we have our answer, friends. Welcome to This Week in Linux. As I mentioned in my last video, with Ubuntu 10.04 coming out, Ubuntu is adding the Ubuntu One Music Store. This is going to be somewhat of an alternative to iTunes, but it integrates with your Ubuntu installation in that everything you download goes into your Ubuntu One directory and can be synchronized across all of your computers. But you don't want to hear about all that. Let's go ahead and show you how it works. Alright, as you can see here, I'm running Ubuntu 10.04 in a virtual machine. If I click on Applications in the upper left corner, go down to Sound and Video, and select Rhythmbox Music Player, you'll see that Rhythmbox opens up just like it normally would. However, you'll see down here in the stores, I've actually got an Ubuntu One Music Store selectable. Sorry for the small screen size, I'm running it at 800 by 600 because the VirtualBox tools don't want to run in 10.04 yet. So at first glance, this looks a lot like iTunes. You've got your top picks here at the top, you've got some recommendations, you've got what's hot and descriptions of what's hot at the moment. This is actually partnered, if you can't tell down here at the bottom, with 7digital.com. You've also got sections for what music's just been added. You can browse through the existing music library. You've got new releases here. You've also got a My Downloads button, which by default your My Downloads is not going to actually do anything. It actually gave me an error. We're still in the beta here, so it's not quite ready yet. However, I went through and I actually purchased a song earlier. You see I purchased Hook by Blues Traveler. Love Blues Traveler. And if I click on it, it will actually play. I'm not going to play it now because I don't want copyright issues. But I'm going to go back to the Ubuntu Music Store now. You see I'm back on My Downloads. Seamless, didn't make any difference. You've got your basket here, which will show you what you've already got in your basket to purchase. I have nothing there yet. So what I'm going to do is search for something that I saw earlier that's actually free. I don't want to pay for music twice in a day on this. So I'm typing in Ministry. And if I click on the first one that's found, you see it found a bunch of different alternatives. That's a little bit of a bug. They'll probably have to iron out. The text is actually scrolling over top of the rest of the store. I might see if there's a bug report on that, and if not, I'll file one. But let's go ahead and select Ministry here at the top. I scroll down and I click on Ministry, The Last Sucker. I've never heard this song before, so I don't know what I'm about to get into. It's coming in an MP3 192 kilobits per second format. These are all DRM free, which is amazing. I actually downloaded one earlier, the Blues Traveler song. I put it on a USB drive and took it to my Windows desktop at work. Yes, Windows at work, I can't help it, I'm sorry. But it played beautifully. It was 320 kilobits per second. It looks like it varies based on the album and the artist as to what the quality is going to be, but it's all DRM free MP3s, just like the Amazon store. Love it. Getting back to what we were talking about. Ministry, The Last Sucker. This first track is titled Let's Go. You see here, it's free. The other ones are all 77 cents. There's a lot of them that are 99 cents. It depends on the album and the artist again. I think the higher quality ones are going to be 99 cents, or the album is actually going to be discounted. So there are two songs on this album that are free. I'm going to go ahead and just download the first one. When I hit download, it takes it to my basket. See, it's free, so I'll go ahead and hit checkout, and then it starts downloading. See, it's transferring to your Ubuntu One storage. Now, if this were a paid track, it would actually go in and ask you what you want to pay with. First, it has you set up your Ubuntu One account. If you already have a Launchpad account, it will integrate with that. Otherwise, you can register for one. When I did this earlier, it actually crashed right after it associated my Ubuntu One account. But when I opened it back up, it had already saved all the information. I put in what song I wanted again. It downloaded. It seems to be taking quite a little while to download, as you see in the background here. But let's go ahead and show you one that I downloaded earlier. If I go into my music, as you saw earlier, I have one song here, Hook by Blues Traveler. To find where that actually is, you can go to your home folder. You have to hit Control-H to show the hidden files and look for your Ubuntu One folder. It's also contained in the local share. It's a lot deeper that way, but this way is the quickest way to get there. So you go to your Ubuntu One directory, into Purchased from Ubuntu One, and there's Blues Traveler right there with 4, and Hook is the name of the MP3 that I picked. If I right click on that and go to Properties, you will see that it's an 11 megabyte file. That's 320 kilobits per second. It's a very decent sized 4.5 minute MP3. Under audio, it's 4 minutes 50 seconds, purchased from 7digital.com, 320 kilobits. Very nice sounding MP3. Let's go back up to the Purchased from Ubuntu One folder and see what this is doing at the moment. It says Let's Go. It's 6.5 megabytes. It must have downloaded while I wasn't paying attention. So back to Ubuntu One. It's still in the My Downloads. It looks like it downloaded while I wasn't paying attention because there's the song. Again, I'm not going to start this because I don't want to get into copyright issues or anything, but I was very quickly able to get a song. They've got several different purchasing options, including PayPal. I'll just pick a song here and show you how it actually works. take the ministry out of my basket. For some reason it left it there. That's probably another little bug. When I go to checkout, you'll see the amount to be billed, 99 cents. If I scroll down, it's got credit or debit card, click and buy, or PayPal. And when you click on PayPal, it actually embeds PayPal within your Ubuntu One in your Rhythm box. So you can give it all the information there, you can do your sign in and pay for it through Rhythm box without ever having to leave the player. The only time I've had to leave the player so far is when it actually had to go associate with Launchpad the first time. But anyway, that's about all I've got to say about the Ubuntu One music store. The music sounds great. There's a lot of options available since they used an existing service to do this. Paying for it is simple, getting the music is simple. It's an all-in-one solution, and it's a great Linux-based alternative to iTunes. What I would love to see coming next would be a cross-platform compatible one, because while yes, you get the DRM-free MP3s with this, you can't use the service if you're on Windows, so you have to download them on your Linux machine and move them over. You can't use it on Mac. I would love to see one created that would use all three. I saw an article in one of my feeds earlier that someone was complaining that there wasn't one available, and I'd honestly like to see one myself. For now though, iTunes works on Windows and Mac. Ubuntu One Store seems to work decently on Linux. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hosting for This Week in Linux is provided by AeroCore.net. Next generation web hosting starting at $3.99 a month. Enter code TWIL10 for your first month free. This code expires on May 1st, 2010.